Okay, let's finish up with practicing solving these rational equations where we have x in the denominator. Why don't you pause your video, give this one a try. So I factored the denominator on the right side of the equation. Now I'm multiplying both sides by the lowest common multiple of the denominators, x minus 2 and x plus 3. I see on the left side that x minus 2 factors out, so we have 2 times x plus 3. And on the right side, I need to use the distributive property. So with the first term, x minus 2 and x plus 3 both cancel out. We're left with x squared plus x. And in the second term, x plus 3 cancels out, and I have x plus 2 times x minus 2. I put brackets around x squared minus 4 because we have to remember that we're subtracting this entire product. And then, of course, we can cancel x squared minus x squared. I subtracted x from both sides, subtracted 6 from both sides, and found that x equals -2. Remember, when you're solving a rational equation, you always need to check your solutions by substituting x into the factors in the denominator. None of these give a factor of 0, so x minus 2 is our solution. Why don't you pause your video and solve question 6. So I factored all of the denominators and found the lowest common multiple to be m times m minus 3 times m plus 5. So we're multiplying both sides. Oh, I forgot my factor of m there, by the lowest common multiple. On the left, I see that m and m minus 3 factor out in the first term. So I'm left with m plus 5 times m minus 1. And in the second term, all of the denominator divides out, so we're left with just 3. On the right side, m minus 3 and m plus 5 cancel out, so I'm left with m times m plus 2. We opened the brackets and simplified. M squared subtracts out on both sides. I combined like terms, subtracted 2m from both sides, added 2 to both sides, and then divided by 2. We found that m equals 1. And again, we need to check our solutions. Substituting m into each of the factors in the denominator, none of them equal 0. So m equals 1 is our solution. Finally, question 7, pause your video, solve this equation. Again, I factored the denominators, found the lowest common multiple is m minus 3 times m minus 1, and multiplied both sides by that lowest common multiple. On the left side, in the first term, m minus 3 cancels out, so we have 1 times m minus 1. In the second term, m minus 1 cancels out, leaving m minus 3 times m minus 2. On the right side, both factors divide out, equals 1. Again, I have that product m squared minus 5m plus 6 in red brackets to remind you we're subtracting all of that product. I combined like terms, and then because I knew I had to factor, I wanted to have a positive m squared. So I added m squared to both sides, subtracted 6m, added 7. We had 2 values for m, which of course we need to check. First, substituting m equals 2 into each of the values of m in the denominator. They don't give me 0. And then m equals 4 They do not give us 0 either, so we have two solutions, which you also could write separated by a comma. As always or often, there are some practice questions at the end of your notes. Use these to help you to prepare for your test and your final exam. Solutions can be found on the class Moodle page.